Welcome back, children. So I was telling about the ionic bond. I told you how this sodium, chlorine. See, sodium has the outermost shell. In the outermost shell, if you take one electron is present. If you take chlorine, if you take in the outermost shell, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. So if you take 5, 6, 7, 7 electrons are there. To become stable, chlorine needs one electron, and to become stable, so this will lose the electron. Sodium will lose the electron, and this will gain the electron. Chlorine gains the electron. Like this, when ionic bond is formed between chlorine and sodium. So this is how the ionic bond is formed in between the sodium and chlorine to form NaCl. This is how it is formed. So one more example. MgCl2. Cl. MgCl2. If you take magnesium, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. The outermost shell, 2 electrons are there. And chlorine, if you take 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. See, chlorine, one chlorine. If you take this magnesium, 2 electrons are there. And if you take chlorine, 7 electrons are there. See here, but here if you take in the compound, we have 2 chlorine atoms are there. 2 chlorine atoms are there here. So means one magnesium atom bonds with 2 chlorine atom. See here. Why? Because sodium has 2 electrons. So if it loses 2 electrons, it becomes an octet. By gaining 1 electron, chlorine becomes octet. But here magnesium is having 2 electrons. That's why the magnesium donates 1 electron to one chlorine atom and 1 more electron to another chlorine atom. So Mg plus 2 Cl to take. So I'll explain it like this here. So one magnesium is reacting with 2 chlorine atom. If you take in the outermost shell of the chlorine atom, we have 7 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Say 7 electron it is having. If you take the bond formed here, what happens is MgCl. So MgCl2 it is formed. Means so it donates 2 electrons. 2 electron is donated. See, Mg. So 2 electrons, 2 plus it is Cl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here 1 electron donated, and Cl 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here 1 electron donated. I hope you are getting my point. See here, like this way, the bond is formed between 2 elements, MgCl2. This is how the chemical bond formed between 2 elements, ionic bond. So this is cation and this is anion. So if you have any doubt regarding ionic compound or ionic bond, you can just ask the question. Otherwise, we will move to the next concept of the lesson. This is how it is formed. Already we have learnt in 7th standard. This is just a recapitulation of whatever we have studied. I hope many of you remember what I taught in 7th standard. 7th standard, I only taught this lesson, I think. So this is how it happens to be. Whatever ionic bond may be, there is a donation of electron and gaining of electron. One element will gain electron, one element will lose electron. The element which loses electron is called as cation. The element which gains electron is called as anion. So the force of attraction developed between a cation and anion by the redistribution of electron is called as ionic bond. Like this also we can write the definitions. Definition. Please see your name. Your name should be your username of this Cisco FX app should be your name only. So I don't know who is this P. There's a username called as P. Kindly change your username to your name so that we can recognize you easily. So I hope you have understood. If you have any doubt, you can just put a message in the WhatsApp group. Show the group or personal number. I can clarify your doubt. So we'll move to the next concept, that is ionic compound. Ionic compound. So go through the textbook and see some more example given in the textbook. Ionic compounds. I told you what are ionic compounds. Ionic compounds are the compounds which are formed by ionic bond, NaCl or MgCl2. See, these are the two compounds we take. Many examples can give. MgO you can give, Na2O you can give. So these are ionic compounds. Ionic compounds. Say ionic compounds are the compounds which are formed by ionic bond. Very simple. What are the properties of ionic compounds? Properties of ionic compounds. They are solid crystalline. Okay, solid crystalline. Take solid crystalline, soluble in water. Good conductor of electricity in aqueous state. Aqueous state. High melting point and boiling point. These are some properties of the ionic compounds. So they are crystalline solid. If you take their crystals, they form a crystal. If you take salt is the best example you can give for ionic compound. Salt, they form a crystals. They form a crystals. Crystals are formed. So crystals are formed. These crystals, that's solid crystalline. Usually they are solid. If you take ionic compounds are usually. So covalent compounds, if you see, they are available in liquid, solid, all the state they are available. If you tell. So that we talk it later in the carbonates compound, covalent bond. So solid crystalline. Why they are in solid crystalline? Say, that reason is nothing but force of attraction developed between this cation and anion is very strong, very strong. So how they are arranged is this sodium bonds with different chlorine atom. Like this, the bond is formed like a crystals. Crystals they are formed. Here. So this is say sodium Cl is formed. Cl is that. Then sodium Cl is there. So it will be like forming a like crystals form like this. So sodium, chlorine, like crystals are formed like this. So say they are soluble in water. You put sodium chloride in water, they start dissolving. They start dissolving. So they ionize. They produce ions. So ionization happens soluble in water. Soluble in water. Because of soluble in water, say they are good conductor of electricity. They are good conductor of electricity if you take. They are good conductor of electricity. Why they are good conductor? Because ions are formed. Ionization. So because of ionization, they become they transfer electricity. I hope you are getting my point. When sodium is put into water, sodium and chlorine is formed. Ions are formed. So like this, both these are the some properties to take. So they may ask this question like why the ionic compounds are good conductor of electricity only in aqueous state. See in the solid state means when they are in powder or solid crystalline solid, they are bad conductor actually. Ionic compounds are bad conductor of electricity in crystalline solid form. When they dissolve in water, they become good conductor of electricity. I hope you are getting my point. So this is how it is formed. H2SO4. H2SO4 again, it is also ionic bond which is dissolves in water and forms H plus ions. So like this, so they form ions so that they conduct electricity. They conduct electricity only in the aqueous state, not in the solid state. So these are the physical properties. So for properties of ionic compounds. So very important. They may ask this question. So this is about the ionic compound. If I have any doubt, can just message me now in the chat section so that I can answer you. So these are called ionic electrovalent compounds. Ionic compounds are also called as electrovalent compounds. So go through the textbook and read the lesson. Say graphite. Harsha is asking one question. Sir, graphite is good conductor of electricity, but why diamond and coal? Say the structural arrangement of the atoms. The structural arrangement of the atoms. Say I told you graphite and diamond and coal all are made up of the carbon atoms. But the arrangement of the atoms in diamond is different compared to that of graphite. This also you have learnt in 7th standard. I am going to repeat this. Say there is a weak van der Waals force. There is a weak van der Waals force in between the atoms of the graphite. That's why in the graphite free electrons are produced. That is called as delocalized electrons. These delocalized electrons which are produced in the graphite makes the graphite as a good conductor of electricity. But in case of diamond, there is no weak van der Waals force. The force in between the atoms are very strong. There is no any delocalized electrons. There is no any delocalized electrons. When there is no delocalized electrons, electronic conduction is not possible. Electronic conduction is not possible. I hope you are getting my point, Harsha, Sri Harsha. Anybody having same doubt? I hope I am clarifying your doubt. So if I have any doubt, still you can ask now. Say, Bhuvana, free electrons are not produced in, say, free electron, Bhuvana is asking one question. Is free electrons are produced in ionic compounds? No free electrons. Ionic compound do not produce free electrons. See, ionic compound, ionic compound when they dissolve in water, they produce ions. This is ionic conduction. We call it as ionic conduction. There are two type of conduction: electronic conduction and ionic conduction. Electronic conduction is seen in the metals, but ionic conduction is seen in the ionic compounds when they dissolve in water. In the aqueous solution of ionic compounds, you can see this ionic conduction. So ionic conduction is different than electronic conduction. I hope you are getting my point, Bhuvana Naik. Okay, thank you, Bhuvana. So write on this what is written on the board. So if you have any doubt regarding, can ask now. I'll give another 5 minutes for that. So see, Samar, when we came to your came to check the notes and all, some of you not written the notes properly. Some of you written the only the notes part, question answer part, not written the PDF notes which I have sent. Some of you are not doing the diagram. Some of you are not studying. All are not studying at all. Some are they are studying and they are answering the question. Some are not studying at all. I don't know what is the reason. Anurag, I have seen then Kishore, Anvit, then Akshay Hegde, roll number 1. So some of the students I personally met you during the Vidyagama program. So some are studying, not hard working. So already have learned, you have forgotten to write the equations, balance the equations. Valence is also, I told you to by heart valence is some have by hearted and they are writing very well. Equation they are writing, but some are not writing. Jeevan Naik not studying. Nutan, yeah, okay. I hope you are studying now. So shortly we are going to meet again with the different students. So please be prepared for your test. So shortly the test will be also announced, and you are going to write the test also, Stanson especially. So prepare for that test very well. Okay, take a 5 minutes break. Take a 5 minutes break and come back. English class will be held after 5 minutes. Thank you.